Hey guys, welcome back to Xposed Tuesday. Today we're going to cover XUIMod. XUIMod is actually a collection of different transitions from different ROMs, as well as some customizations that were put together by the developer. Let's go ahead and check it out. XUIMod was put together by XDA Senior Member is Est123. Now, Will posted an article referencing this actual module not that long ago on the XDA portal. It gives us a small explanation of some of the main features, but overall it's a collection of mods from multiple ROMs. And if we open up the thread, we get a little bit more explanation from the developers as far as what those special features are. Mainly that it's battery customization, the ability to set some transitions between animation between different things when you're opening different applications, some animation as far as how and when your keyboard loads, as well as some other things, and we'll get into that when we open it up on the device. Okay, so we'll go ahead and download the module itself. You can go ahead and into the installer itself, go into download. Now I've already downloaded the actual module itself. It's called XUIMod. It's usually at the bottom of the list. When you hit download this, then go back into modules and then turn it on. And once you do that, restart the device and then you should be fine. So to access it, there's two ways, of course, of using that is either through the app drawer or directly in here. So once you have that installed, you can go in and just click on the XUIMod and it'll open it up for you. Interface, as you can see, is very simple. Not that many items listed here, but overall it's pretty customizable. We'll go into the clock mods, and the ability, first thing is to turn on the second. This actually works pretty quick. If you notice that just this, the modification, you can uncheck that, it goes away. If at any point you do see some lag where you turn on something and it doesn't actually turn on, and you just need to restart the UI, and it automatically does that. It restarts the UI for the module itself. It doesn't restart the entire device. The bold clock, I find this a little bit off, but essentially it just makes it into a bold font, nothing big. Using HTML, letter casing, custom format, you can, the ability of customizing this is very nice. I like the ability just to be able to have, additional functions. We'll go back and we'll go into the battery bar. The ability to turn on the battery bar, and you'll see that once I turn it on, it's supposed to turn on right there. Let's restart the UI, and I think it should come up right now for us. And you'll notice here that it matches the color exactly of what the actual battery on the right side is. And it gives you a visual percentage of what it does. And you're also able to animate charging in, meaning when you plug it in, the bar keeps moving and it gives you the ability to see that it's actively charging. You don't actually have to see here, and you can even hide that battery portion of it. The symmetric one, which essentially just puts it in the middle, and then it makes it more symmetric, and as time goes on, it goes away. But we'll go back into here. The height, customization of the color, you can go in there and change that. And again, if you have any problems with this, you can always go back and change this custom part. And it stays on and it looks very nice. List view is a very nice option here for any time you're actually going in and looking at lists within a certain, either a browser or a document of sorts. You're able to basically set the different types of animation you have. We're going to just say, let's go back. We'll say slack to the top, and then animation duration, we'll keep it at default, that's not an issue. And then we'll say decelerate. And then you can also check that out at the bottom and see what it looks like. So this is what a list would be, and then as you notice, it does this animation of how I do it when I'm scrolling through lists. You can also turn it off. You can go back in here, and we'll go back off here. Under the system animations, we're able to set the different window transitions. This is where you would see your Xylon ROM, your TN, your Xperia Z, your Toco ROM. Those are some of the options that you have as far as window transitions. The other option you have here is the ability to set a custom animation of when your keyboard pops on. So an example would be here, you can set an entrance animation, which I have here is just a glow on, and we can change that to say, the TN fly option. And then as far as go away, we're just going to say glow on. We'll turn it on here, and then you'll notice the keyboard came up from the left, and then as I send it away, it goes away into the screen. You can customize this, of course, to your heart's content. The other option we have here, of course, are some lock screen options. The ability to disable your volume keys, the ability to set the torch option in here. Now, I don't have hardware button. This is an Nexus device, so obviously we have soft keys. These options are disabled for me, but if you have them, definitely you should check those out. You're also able to customize which torch app you prefer to use. Sometimes a specific one within a ROM or within a module doesn't always work, so you have three options to use. It defaults to the CM one. Other than that, under other ROMs, you have the ability of setting up what your volume panel timeout is. Now, if you've always done this, obviously, when you change your volume on your device, you get to see obviously how long the device, the volume panel comes on. Sometimes it stays too long, sometimes it's not long enough, but generally, in my opinion, it stays on too long. And not only that, it's always intrusive because it covers whatever's coming on in front of it. Now, this device has only one because it's only volume, but when you're on a device that has notification, it has all other options that come on, this could get annoying. The ability first to set the timeout, The default time value that comes in is 3000. I changed it to 2 because I find that it's a little bit better. The other thing is I set the transparency on it so that it's not as intrusive as normally it would be. And as you can see here, the transparency is very nice and it goes very well with the screen, and you don't actually have that big intrusions on there. Installing the module is pretty simple. Just follow the normal steps. Download the module, install it, check it, restart the device, you're pretty much set. As far as what this module provides that others don't, obviously it does have some transition effects that others don't, so it combines things that you don't see in other modules, even with the laundry list of features that you get, either in Gravity Box or even in WinAm and all of those different things. That's one of the beauty of this module itself. The ability to customize your status bar, the ability to customize as far as the battery percentage, the battery bar on top. The list view I find is very nice, very unique to this mod. The ability to customize how your keyboard pops on and disappears, also very unique to this one. The ability to set the torch, not exactly too much, but it's nice to have that as far as a function. But the other specific one that I really like is the ability to set the transparency on your volume bar. That's something you don't see in some of the other modules that you see on the Xposed framework or some of the other ones that we've covered before. So check this out, let me know what you think. I personally like this module, I've installed it and I'm using it on my Nexus 7. It's very nice, it's very easy, non-intrusive. Always be aware that if you're using multiple modules that conflict, or if you're customizing the same thing with multiple modules, you might have some issues and you might have to pick one over the other, but that's something that you're going to have to check out once you have that on your device. Other than that, hope you like and subscribe to this channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.